Well, let's just go straight across now to what we've all actually been waiting for. These are images coming in of India's new parliament. It's going to be inaugurated on Sunday. These are animated images as I understand it. We'll wait for real images to come on Sunday, but this actually shows one of the main galleries over there. I'm not sure if this is the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha or the Central Hall, but it's considerably larger is our new parliament as compared to the older one. Let's go across to my colleague Megha, who's got many more details than I do. Megha, tell us about what we are seeing.
Well, Vishnu, I think we are looking at the Lok Sabha in the new parliament, 888 seats, and that's what, and that's why it looks so big and too many seats out here. So 888, and now this one, that which is there on the screens, is the Rajya Sabha, the red carpet Rajya Sabha, 384 seats here. So these are, they don't seem to be the actual visuals. They look to be computer animated, but we will perhaps be getting an access to what it looks like only on Sunday when Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates it, 11:30, and once you get an access inside, perhaps you'll be able to see with your own eyes for the first time how it actually looks. But this is as close as it gets to the new one, which would be inaugurated this Sunday by Prime Minister. Now, apart from this, Vishnu, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, these visuals that you are seeing on your screens, there are too many more things that have been made a part of the new Parliament building. For example, very ultra modern office spaces which would be given to all the cabinet ministers, MOSs as well. If I take you back to the old one, remember the cabinet ministers, not all, I mean many of them have been for many years been waiting for a small room, just for a room for themselves, which has not been available. There has been a paucity of space in the old one, but in the new one, of course, not only that, there will be separate spaces given to members who belong to different committees, and there are several different committees in the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha. They too will be having office spaces. Their staff will have spaces exclusively to themselves. At this point in time, the situation that exists in the old Parliament is that people are literally, seeking help from one or the other because there isn't much space to sit. There's no access to computer in many of the spaces, especially on the first floor and the second floor, which has been, second floor and the third floor they've been latest additions to the Parliament building there, and that too they've not been able to put state-of-art new technology. There's no space for that. So all of this will be a part of the new Parliament building, which you are seeing, the visuals of which you are seeing on your screens. And in fact, you have a library, I'm told, with books that have been flown in from different parts of the country. There's a canteen, there's a media space, and there is more, in fact, but at this moment, I think information about all of it is not available. Whatever is available is what we are sharing. At this moment, it's a triangular shaped for maximum optimization of the space, unlike the former one, which was circular in shape. And these are the first glimpses that we are seeing, and you'll see the actual visuals, Vishnu, only on Sunday. So we got to wait till then.
And Megha, as we just keep rolling these pictures, because it is absolutely fascinating. It's so important to us. This is not just a building, and I think that's the key point that we need to mention. Quite apart from the political controversy happening now, this is the centerpiece of India's democracy. This is a house of conversation. It's a house of debate. It's a house of decision. It's at the heart of what we stand for in this country. But inaugurating this is going to be one heck of an affair on Sunday, right?
Absolutely. It's going to be
many hours, right?
Many hours. In fact, Vishnu, if I take you through the itinerary, the way we know it right now, it looks to us that 7 in the morning. I think we are going to start getting busy by 7 in the morning. 7:15 is when the Prime Minister is to arrive for the puja. Now, puja is to happen where? The location of the puja, I think, has been finalized next to Gandhi statue, and the Gandhi statue is very close to the new Parliament structure, just a few steps away. So there, yesterday I was there inside, and I saw for myself the preparations that were going on. So the puja begins by 7:30. Prime Minister arrives at 7:15 Sunday morning. Puja begins 7:30. I believe by 8:39 or 8:45 it should wrap up. Prime Minister then leaves and then comes back at 11, close to about 12.
So Megha, let's couple of quick fire questions to you. Number one, what happens to the old Parliament?
All right, so good question, Vishnu. We've been asking this question for a while. From those who are responsible for the upkeep of the old Parliament. So this is what happens. The old Parliament will be kept the way it is, and it will be kept running and functional. And when I say that, what I mean is this: the old Parliament has huge spaces inside where you know more than 200, 300 people can be accommodated at one go. Those spaces will be kept the way it is. In fact, the whole of the Parliament will be kept functional. Now, what's going to happen is that a part of the old structure will be perhaps in due course turned into a museum. They might you know turn Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, the houses, the halls, into museum spaces, but there are many other spaces in the old Parliament which will be left you know, kept for big meetings, for big gatherings, multi-party deliberations, etc. Some meetings, conferences, all of that will continue to happen there.
Okay, next question. We all know about the Lok Sabha, we all know about the Rajya Sabha, but then there is the central hall as well when there are joint seatings of Parliament. Is that a separate hall in the new Parliament?
It's inside the main structure.
And so it's essentially a third large chamber, right?
1272, Vishnu, 1272 is the capacity of this convention hall. And you know, currently the situation is such that when there are joint proceedings or joint sittings of the Parliament, you hardly have any space left. Now, in this new one, there's ample space and proper comfortable seating arrangements for everybody to be called in. So, you know, many a times when you have these joint sittings, you have members of both Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, but there are many other officers also who are part of the proceedings who have to be seated. They don't find much space. So this one, we are told, will have enough and more space for everyone.
And I think the final question is that this is as green a project as we've had. So this is, you know, it keeps in light or in tune with what our concerns with global warming are, green constructions, green, promoting a green environment, right?
Absolutely. The very fact, Vishnu, that the person, the designer, the architect is somebody who heads, he's I think currently the director of CEPT, the Center for Environmental and Technology Center there in Ahmedabad. He is the one who has looked after, designed this new building. And you know, one of the basic concepts at CEPT, the architectures that are made at that institute, or the architects who get, you know, who learn from there, who get trained there, this is one of the basic things that they going forward, they take care of it. Whichever building they're working on, it has to be energy efficient. It has to be as close to environment as possible. And I think every feature has been incorporated till the extent they could in the new Parliament.
And the Tatas have constructed it, right?
Yes, at this moment, yes, it is one wing of Tata that has constructed this, and if there are more people involved, then I'm not aware of it.
Right? It's constructed ahead of
time. No, Vishnu, that's not true. That's not true in the sense that you know, the original deadline of this structure was actually mid 2022. So it is delayed almost close to about a year.